Good morning, traders. Let's make a market review, and today we will observe euro, Japanese yen, copper and commodities. Let's start from euro. From the current perspective, I see that the price bounced from the level of resistance. It is a volumetric level of volume profile, as you see, the highest point of control, and we have a lot of volumes here. We have technical structures. This support was respected, the market went to the downside, and moreover we have divergences of cumulative delta and delta of the quantity of ticks, and also before we have divergences. And for now the market a bit closed above this HFT's volume, and to my mind that first of all we will make some movement to the upside. But this movement will be only as involvement of market buyers and stop loss hunting, because beyond this level, of course, we have liquidity. And after this, I expect that the price will make some imbalance, asks imbalance, and then we can work to the downside with this asset. So it is my view, because a lot of divergences, moreover open interest rose in euro. The previous week hedge funds continued to buy this asset, and technical structures also on daily chart were respected, and the market went to the downside. Also here small technical structures which were respected, and for now, after breakout of this resistance, I think that some liquidity will be splash of liquidity, and we can work with this entry point and try to short. Then what I want to explain you, it is about Japanese yen. What do we see on the Japanese yen for now? We see that buyers are very active, they are very aggressive, and the market came to their technical resistance. By the way, we have here HFT volumes, a very strong bids pressure. You can look on the cumulative delta, and we see abnormal activity of market sellers, but the price doesn't react even on these market sellers. It really goes to the upside. But as you know that we as speculators, we wait when the pressure will be exhausted. And we are waiting for some culmination, after which we can try to hunt some pullbacks, correction, return to the balance, or when the market maker who took the liquidity will unload this liquidity and we will exit. So for now, I think that also in this case, of course, we have some small technical structures here. The resistances become supports, and the price respects the resistances, and each breakout then it is retested and the price goes to the upside, as you see on 15-minute chart. Really, each breakout is retested, and I think that it will be also some price rising from here, but then we will have asks imbalance and can try to short to that place where the liquidity will be unloaded. I wanted to show you the previous is like the same situation when buyers were technical buyers, especially which use technical structures here on this wave. They were very active. As you see, all breakouts were tested, and they formed a mirror levels, and then the price made a rally, and also with HFTs, asks HFTs, and when it was closed below, that was the real possibility to make some short, because here also we had, as you see, a very strong imbalance of sellers and also divergences of deltas, and on the daily chart also this structure was respected. The market went to the upside, and then all liquidity entered on the daily chart, and also on the 15-minute chart here. That was the culmination of buyers, and then all this liquidity, or the major part of it, was unloaded when this structure was broken, and then the price went to the upside. And I expect that here will be some same picture, and also we can see some correction, take some correction in Japanese yen. Then let's speak about Cooper. Let's speak about Cooper. I want only to show you that positions of hedge funds were increased significantly, and open interest increased by 20%. I really never saw such increasement in Cooper, as you see according to the COT data. It's really something interesting, and that was a true breakout of this resistance zone. And now we can try to buy when we see such imbalances of sellers, because buyers are very aggressive here in Cooper, as you see. And so we can try to find some local imbalances, because in such cases volatility will be really very, very interesting. When we see the increasement of open interest, such digits of increasement, and also when we see that buyers are so strong, hedge funds, that the new trend of buying, if we see on the COT chart, it was a breakout of the previous highs of market purchases. That's why we can see some interesting movements and some interesting imbalances. So for now it is of course difficult to make some predictions how it will be. We can put technical levels and try to find out some manipulative imbalances here in Cooper. I want more to take attention, because it is very important when you find some interesting ideas in market and begin to monitor these ideas, not market chaos when it is impossible to understand what is happening, but according to objective facts, to find interesting ideas and to take attention to these ideas, to find out some entry points which will be understandable for you. And the next asset I want to show you wheat. Wheat bounced from the technical structure. Of course, it is interesting to buy this asset from the technical perspective, but I see that also hedge funds continue to increase their shorts. And because of this, I really don't see the power of upside movement which can be in this case. I see that here was a good divergence and HFT volumes, and was a possibility to buy, but really when I got this information from COT data, I don't believe for now that the price will make some good upside movement, even reach this supply zone, supply area. So be very attentive if you have buying positions, but really I think that if there will be some ask imbalance here, I will try to short. And it is the same situation with all grains, because I see that soybeans also on the news, where there was waste report on Thursday, and we saw a great upside movement, but nevertheless it is a big risk that the market will go to the downside. Here we have beautiful resistance, and I think that if the price will fix below these HFTs, we will see the downside movement. And this downside movement can even go to the lower boundary of this future channel range, this future range, because the trend is really exhausted. There is no power of trend here. Range is more probable in this case, and in ranges such imbalances, they work out very beautifully. And also, as you see, we have divergence of deltas and some algorithmic cells which expect that will be some downside movement. Such pure line of quantitative delta tell us about algorithmic cells. So I think that these assets, wheat and soybeans, are very weak. And what about coffee? There was a very peculiar imbalance, but also strong increasement of open interest, and hedgers made a lower low in accumulation of their selling position, accumulation of their shorts, and we had very beautiful imbalance here. Really, for now, the price is in the middle, and it is difficult to predict, to say what will be, but also I recommend you to monitor coffee, because such activity, such interest in this asset can give us interesting situation, interesting moments. And finally, about sugar, I want to tell you about sugar. Because I entered this position, I told you on the previous market analysis that it will be interesting to enter if the price will break the level 19.30, and it was HFT level a bit higher than this HFT's imbalance. And for now, I expect that in sugar, the price will go to the upside. It can be not a strong movement, because as we see, hedge funds really closed their position on this downside movement. So they were scared that it can be some change of the uptrend. But nevertheless, for us, for speculators, even if the price will show some head and shoulders pattern and will go to the downside, I expect to exit in this area. I expect to exit. It is like my target. So I don't expect, of course, that the price will make the high, but I think that a bit higher we will go from here, maybe to 20.2 and 20.4. So two targets for this asset. So traders, that is my view of the market for this week, and I hope that it is useful for you to take attention on the objective facts, because technical analysis is always subjective, and order flow analysis and volume analysis and COT data analysis, also option trades analysis, it is always really things which had happened on the market, and they are absolutely true, absolutely objective, and it is possible for us to be more confident in our decisions with the help of these tools. So traders, you can write a comment or some question, I will answer you. Maybe I will help you if you need such help of understanding of these tools, market analysis. So you can write and ask your any question. And I wish you a good profitable week. See you on the other side the next week. Goodbye.